Hello guys, it's JC4R. So, I feel very, very bad because I missed the birthday of one of the most important females in my life, Samus, who has turned 30 as of 2016. You can take that as seriously as you choose to say it, but it makes me feel bad that I haven't done a Metroid game in forever, and I love me the shit out of some Samus. And this just happened to come at the perfect time, because not only can I go from Metroid 1 to Metroid 2, but I can do it with my favorite thing ever, the Metroid Zero engine. So real quick, let me start the game. So, Zero Mission is one of my favorite games ever, and in my opinion one of the best— wow, I already got 30 missiles. One of the best games ever made in my opinion, and the fact that this uses this engine makes me all the much happier. So, to get things out of the way first, I'm not going to give out a download link for this because with the nature of this game, it's going to be inconsistent and hard to find, but more than likely you're going to be able to find it somewhere on the internet by typing in Metroid 2 Remake. I'm not going to broadcast this as Metroid 2 Remake because I don't think it's necessary to put that in the title. And if you can't tell by looking at the thumbnail that it's obviously not the Game Boy version, then I would consult a optometrist and maybe someone that deals with how smart you are, because you're not very. So, as you saw, she has an idle animation, which is nice. That's good, because that's not a thing ever. But again, it uses the art assets of Metroid 2. This is not a Nintendo official game, which is, why Nintendo's upset, but I think the smarter thing to do would have been to give the dude that made this huge labor of love a job instead of destroying his work. Wow, it's going to take some getting used to. For clarification, normally I have the display window that, does all my games in, the top left corner of my screen as opposed to just the center. But in this game, it wants to automatically center it, and because it would be consistent with my cropping of the game, I'm just going to leave it be and try and adjust to it. Although I don't know how much longer that'll last. Alright, so real quick, I do want to go over the controls of this just because I think it's important. So for starters, automatic morph ball mode. That's a nice new feature they added in. Also, oh, we can't do it yet, never mind. She already has her grab. Now the only thing about the grab that I don't like is hitting up with the grab motion doesn't do anything. You have to push forward and then she'll get up. So I find that as kind of an irritant, but I guess the dude found my method as an irritant. I'm used to going up, but up just makes her drop. So, unlike Metroid 2, which I do own, I own the 3DS version, this has a fucking map, which automatically makes it good. It also has things like your suit from Zero Mission, and then it's got the options, and then it's got a logbook. If I am paying enough attention to notice it, I will pause it and let you guys read over things like location bios and, enemy bios, or at least the ones for the bosses. Not every single enemy, but definitely for bosses, because I think it's super cool. I love it. It works. It mashes between Prime and Zero, which, well, nope, she didn't want to shoot, which worked really good because it's auto-scanning for one, so you're getting the data that you need, whether or not you want it or not, which is good. I think that's a good mesh. I think that's something they should use in official Nintendo Metroid things. I'm trying to go a little bit slow-paced right now because I'm trying to explain things and not get too far in, because I don't remember where the first Metroid is. Yeah, you can also see, where is it? Right there, she'll kneel up. She'll just pick herself up. That, although is a nice feature, does get a little bit, I'm going to say a little bit annoying sometimes, because I want to jump, and then she's like, oh, let me pick myself off the ground. I can understand that for things like precision, but I just find it annoying. See, now, normally in Zero Mission, you would have to hit L, and then push up or down on the control pad in order to change direction. As to where in this game, there's one button designated for each, meaning you can duck down, and so on. So far, all the features they've added have been very nice. The water looks great. Got all that going for it. But, yeah, it's an incredible thing what they managed to do. And it helped me because, for starters, again, the original Game Boy one, it's kind of annoying because everything looks the same. You can't really tell. There's no map, so it just makes it ultimately harder to play and enjoy. That's my gripes with the original Metroid 2. I don't care at the idea that the controls are clunky. I could have handled that and could have been the fucking boss at it. What I care is the idea that I couldn't tell where I was going. That was what put me off so much. So, they also put in little save points like this, automatically saving. You can see in the bottom corner. It also refuels your health and ammo, which is good, because I believe it's anywhere around here. Also, I should make mention, because I've learned things, but I'll do it the second I see it. Now, unlike other Metroid games, this one doesn't give you like a direct objective or anything. That little counter up there next to my map screen is the counter on how many Metroids there are. Pretty much what I do is I go and fight here. Let me see. Yeah, right down there in the bottom right, there's 55 total Metroids in the game. We have to kill them all. That's the overall objective. So this does come with a learning curve of, like, you have to know what to look for in order to really be successful in this game. Pretty much, once I kill one Metroid, this map will change, and then I can go to new areas, and then kill other Metroids. Alright, there we go. How's it? Is it? Okay, now it does. Alright, sweet. The Alpha Metroid has gained immunity to cold temperatures. The loss of several nuclei within its green membrane have left it vulnerable to concussive weaponry. A plated exoskeleton partially covers it. This organism emerges from the molting of its larval form. Though aggressive, it is relatively weak at this stage, and its new appendages have yet to grow to their full length and strength. So that's one of the examples on how it's cool. I don't know if I'm going to really be reading it all, but pretty much the point is just shoot him in his little soft spot. Now, bluntly, it's been a while since I've played Metroid 2 because it's kind of hard and annoying, so I don't remember them looking like that, but the dude's been really, really faithful as far as his recreations, so I have no reason to doubt him. So for starters, first thing we're going to see on the map, aside from this, which is a marker system, which is great, so you can do that, and then in the top corner, that earthquake symbolizes the map is changing, but the marker is there in case you... Hi. I kind of didn't mean to do that. Logbook. Life cycle. Yeah, the last race. Let me... Intel. Yeah, so I imagine most of the stuff they pulled was probably from the, oh, that must have been what I read. Earthquakes. Yeah, so it'll tell you about how things change within the planet. Let me take a look. So that right there, you know, this means Metroid. It means you killed it. So you don't gotta worry about that. You can put the marker anywhere. You're only allowed to have one marker. That's both a positive and a negative. Admittedly, it wasn't necessarily anyone's fault but my own that I didn't understand things at first. I'm gonna say for the remake's sake. But, yeah, so I believe there was lava here a second ago and now it's gone. So there's your way of telling changes. There's so much to fucking explain, but you know what, it's good. It gives me something to talk about. So, things change. We're gonna... Hi, I wasn't looking at you. the reason it's so disorienting for me to look in the center of my screen is because I'm looking downwards as opposed to, like, I guess straight forward would be the best thing. So I'm looking down at my computer. Yeah, do you not want to touch him, maybe? There we go, that's great. What was I was going on about the map and stuff, how the environments change. Hold on. Oh, okay, I see it. It's over there, that way. Yeah, so pretty much you really got to keep an eye on your map. So here we'll do this, because that's where I want to go right now. So that'll show me up in the corner saying, "Hey, jackass, go here." And then I can use that and follow it, and it's a nice feature. Now, one thing I do want to give this game immense amount of praise for is the controller support, which we're going to take a small look real quick. I think it's options, controller. So it supports like a shit ton of stuff as far as controllers go. Mine doesn't go in specifics. The only downside I don't like about the way my controls are set up is the idea that I have to play it with a control stick. But right now, I'm playing this with a GameCube controller. The idea that this game supports a GameCube controller is a big fucking deal to me, because I don't want to play with my Xbox controller. I only got it mostly for Castle Crashers, because a lot of Steam games don't support it. But when I can get a game to support my GameCube controller, it makes me very, very happy, because it just feels so natural and so comfortable and just the way it should be. I was able to map it out to the way it worked in Zero Mission, how the controls were in that. So yeah, A is to shoot, I got B set to jump, I got Y to automatic morph ball, R is to missile. So yeah, it feels comfortable, it feels right. That's what I really like about the controls. I just don't like the idea that you have to use the control stick to move, because bluntly, the game's more designed for a control pad than a control stick. So that's the thing that does bother me, but it's cool. I'm not going to be mad at Homie about it. It's kind of a shame that this game has, I'm going to say, the reputation it does, because that means things like updates and fixes aren't going to happen, which is a shame, because there's a huge game-breaking glitch at the very end of the game for me. I found ways to remedy it, but it was still pretty annoying to have to cheat my way to avoid it. So here, generally when you see a pit of lava that looks like it has depth to it, which this one doesn't seem like it does. Nope, right down there it's looking like. So you see how it goes down? Ow. This is a good indication that this is going to be where the next earthquake takes effect. Playing this on your own, you would have no idea to think of that. I didn't either. Why would I think that? Because that's a fucking stupid thing to think. But, you know, this game tells you with at least their, scan log, which, you know, can't fault them for that. I didn't notice it at first. Hi, that hurt. And, who was it? It was the Gaming Brit. He's a guy I like. You don't really hear him talked about much. I'm gonna say he's not super popular, but he made a video about this, and he talked about it. He's like, well, I own the game, so as far as I'm considered, this is a mod as opposed to me pirating it. And you know what? I agree. If you own a physical copy of the game, I think it's a little bit more justifiable to enjoy this, because it's like, you paid for it, you supported it. I just realized that's in the image of Samus's visor. That's kind of funny. Alright, but you want to stop? Thank you. So yeah, I own the game, it's just, I don't like it so much. Also, oh my god, I can't move, I'm gonna die? Wow, okay. What I was gonna say was the idea that, ironically, that your health seems to not drain as fast in lava in this game as opposed to Zero Mission. Zero Mission, it was like 1 health per millisecond, as to where this, it's like you can chill in there and it's like 1 health per second. So, it's not as threatening, but it did look like mine was going down pretty fast. I don't know if that was because dude was touching me or what.